Hello guys, welcome to Geospatial Pro. In this video, you are going to learn how to create your Topographic Position Index map of your study area. So the first thing you have to do is to understand what Topographic Position Index is. So to understand what Topographic Position Index is a terrain analysis method that compares the elevation of a location to the average elevation of its surrounding. So this is able to tell you that whenever you have different features on the earth surface or within your study area, where we have the higher than the surrounding is equals to positive TPI, which is the Topographic Position Index. Then whenever you have lower, which is negative, and each of these indicates the factor or the type of features we have. For example, when you have positive TPI, is indicating elevated terrain, that is of high elevation or high altitude. Then we have in terms of the upper slope, we have in terms of hilltops, we have in terms of ridge. So all of this shows higher elevation value compared to the surroundings. Then we can have in terms of negative value, where it shows depression, which we have in terms of the elevation, which you have in terms of valley, which in terms of gully, in terms of low elevation terrain. And we have the near zero, which indicate values that are flat terrain or uniform slope or plain. So all of this influence your study, and you need to have this type of map to understand your study, whether it's for agriculture, groundwater, or any other aspect of environmental study, using your digital elevation model and use it to understand your terrain analysis. So the next thing now is to go to your QGIS to create your Topographic Position Index. So open up your QGIS. Then once you open up your QGIS, make sure you have downloaded your digital elevation model. If you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, and you can watch others of our video on how to create or how to download your digital elevation model. You can even watch more of our video on how to max out your shapefile or your raster image within your study area, the way we have it here. Then we can also have in terms of how to create your elevation map, how to create your aspect map, how to create your slope map, how to create your hill shade map, how to create your roughness map, and other types of map. So in this case now, you are going to learn how to create topography map. So to create your topography map, make sure you select your digital elevation model and make sure it is in the right projection. So you can go to Raster and go to analysis and go to Topographic Position Index. So once you click on Topographic Position Index, make sure the appropriate raster image is selected, which is this, and make sure you have in terms of band 1, and you can save this to your file as TPI map. Then you can click on save, and the next thing you have to do is to run this. So once you run, you can click on close, and we have your TPI, which is Topographic Position Index. Then the next thing you have to do is to right click on the layer and click on the properties and go to symbology and go to select single band pseudo color. So once you select single band pseudo color, you can make it a district, and you can select your appropriate color, which I'm going to select, which I can select red, yellow, blue of this. And you can, if you can see now, we have 1.000. I can make this to be of 2 decimal places as we have here, or you can even make it to 1, but I'll keep it as 2. Then you can make this to be of equal interval. As you can see, it's going to have equal ranges between, and you can increase or decrease, but I'm going to leave these classes as 5. That is the number of legends you are going to have here. I'm going to leave it as 5 the way I have it here. Then you can scroll down and you can just click on apply and click on OK. As you can see now, I have my Topographic Position Index. You can zoom in to know how it is, where we have your red as the lowest, which indicates valley, which is negative, and you have your eye as the blue. You can go back to this and right click on the properties and invert this color. You can invert it, that is your height, your higher elevation or higher topographic index is showing red and the lower is showing blue. And you can click on apply and click on OK. As you can see, we have our topographic position index this way. where majority of the area is showing of this range, and you can zoom in to understand your study area. Then to furthermore on this, you can also continue your design and design your maps, where you can check our video on how to design your map of your study area. You can basically use that to design your map of your study area. Then you can also watch others of our video on how to do so many things about using QGIS. If you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe and like this video, and thank you for watching.